What's going on, everyone? Name seems like another back from another video. Welcome to Day In, or A Day In. I think it's just Day In. Obviously, the title screen says Stay In, but I think on the itch page it said A Day In. I don't know. Not like it matters. Yeah, I don't know much about this game. I just know it's going to take about 10 to 20 minutes to play. And to be honest with you, I've been looking through the itch store, because it's a game on itch, for quite a bit, and I've tried playing 3 other games, but I couldn't, or I decided against it, whether it's because I didn't think the gameplay was intriguing enough, or it just didn't seem right to be a video, or I just didn't know what the fuck was going on and how to really do anything. Maybe the game was broken, I don't know. Regardless, so we're gonna play this, because I'm assuming this game is not broken. Yeah, good morning. Well, it's about 10 a.m., but don't sweat the details too much. Today you have another day of absolutely nothing planned. That's exciting, isn't it? Oh boy. I'm not gonna lie. Um, editor me. I'm probably not gonna remember this whatsoever. But if this does contain dark themes, hopefully editor me has put like a warning. Either before this point or right at this point. I'm not entirely sure. Wake up every single day, excited to face another day of wasting your worthless life away. Oh my gosh. Oh, whatever. Time to get your ass in gear. Get up. No. Come on, don't be difficult now. Fine. Blink your eyes open, attempting to rub the tired away. Doesn't work, you're still very tired. Don't want to get up. Yeah. Look at your window to your right. The blinds are down, you can't see anything. Feel thumping in your chest? I should go take my meds. I think I left them in the bathroom, so I'll look there. Wait. Oh, there. Oh, it's arrow keys. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So the bathroom. Right here. Walk to the sink. So it's kind of a little weird because I thought it would be WAS to move, but it says the arrow keys and I have to press enter, so that's interesting. There's another mirror uncovered, you're avoiding looking at it. You probably brush your teeth, but you're not going to do that, are you? I brush my teeth at night, so it's fine. Well, most of the time at least. Jump open a cabinet. Your meds aren't there. Where I put them. Close the cabinet again, maybe the kitchen. Guess I'll look there. Not this one? I guess it's higher up. Alright, whatever. Or is the kitchen, or is this the kitchen? No? This way, I guess? Okay. Ah, here they are. 2. Sertraline, 100 milligrams. 1. Abilify, 5 milligrams. I really should try and get a Xanax prescription. All the pills, not bothering to wash them down with water. What the fuck is this person? Your saliva should do just fine. Bro, is this person so okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. What should I do today? I don't have any work today, so wash dishes? I really should wash the dishes. Try to take a step towards the sink, but as soon as you see the amount of dishes, your legs turn into lead. I really don't. Think about the wet, crunchy, and slimy texture of the old food. Think about how many dishes you'll have to wash. Think about the other chores you still have to do. I can't. Not yet, I mean, not yet. I will say this, if it's really that much, granted, I guess this person is probably depressed if I had to guess. But low key, if it's gonna be that much, maybe just do like some. You know what I mean? Or at least like do like, I don't know, at least either do some or try rinsing them all, just so it'll be easier to clean when you actually clean them, I guess. I don't know. I have other things to do first, I'll do those instead. I'll get to the dishes. Eventually. Free book. I do have some books I bought a few months ago. I always tell myself I'll read them, and I never do. Think about going to bookcase, picking a book. Having to sit down and read it for God knows how long. I really don't have the energy to think so hard. So tired, I'll read it another time. Oh, by the way, one thing I do know about this game is there's only one ending, so wherever we get here, you know. Make lunch? No, I can make lunch. Go and look in the fridge. There to a very limited selection of condiments, vegetables, and drinks. I'm not going to get whatever. Maybe I'll order something later. Go for a walk. I should, shouldn't I? God, how long has it been since I've gone outside? I don't even want to think about it. Holy cow. By the time I finally saw the sun again. Man, I'm so glad I'm not like this, but this is definitely, I'm definitely getting like depression vibes from this. Stare at the door. Reach your hand to the knob, or immediately recoiling. You feel your heart starting to race. God, no, I can't. I just can't. Not today, I can't. Distorted audio. I can't. Just being near the door, you can feel your heart starting to race. Why am I so scared? What's wrong with me? I feel like your brain is shrinking inside of your skull. God, this is so fucking stupid. Oh my gosh, yeah. I promised my therapist I'd do more exposure therapy. This is so embarrassing. Tears prick at the corner of your eyes, but you quickly wipe them away. Don't you feel ashamed? How can you call yourself a person? You can't even do the bare minimum. Your roommate asks you every weekend if you want to go out. You want to. More than anything, you want to. You want to so badly. But every time you imagine all the faces on the street, all the cars, what if you get shot? What if you get kidnapped? How old are you? I mean, not to say people can't get quote-unquote kidnapped or adult-napped or whatever you want to call it, I guess. At, like, when you're an adult. But, I don't know. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, when you are a woman, it's probably way more difficult to try and go out on your own, like, go for a walk. Granted, I guess it depends on, oh my goodness, it depends on the neighborhood you live in. At the end of the day, too. There's that. What if you get hit by a car? What if you get sexually assaulted? Yeah, that's like, at the end of the day, it's understandable. Anything can happen. Every time you go outside, anything can happen. But think about the nice thing. Honestly, this is why maybe you should go out with your roommate when they ask. But like I said, this is depression stuff, so you know. It's just like, I'm giving actual solutions, but when people are depressed, you know, it's obviously a little, you know. Well, some people know, some people don't. I'm not going to try to explain it. You're exposing yourself to the risk of further trauma. And God knows you don't need more of that. This is the only way to stay safe. Now, I will also say this. Maybe, well, she might be depressed. Maybe it isn't that bad for her, because there's quite literally, like, aliens outside, and anything can happen. Yeah, I don't know. Safe. Ha ha ha, what a joke. I'm barely even a human. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Can't even get a real job. Still off your parents' allowance and what little you make on the internet. What? What does she do on the internet? How unbelievably pathetic. Every single day, all you can think about is how everyone from your childhood moves on without you. They, unlike you, are actual living humans. They exist. They have an impact on society. They have friends. They have jobs. In a way, you cannot even begin to fathom exists. They even love in a way that's not so disgustingly terrifying. My bad. Disgustingly terrifying. Not like you. You can't even begin to comprehend the idea of a life like that. A life of independence, where you're no longer a leech on everyone around you. Sucking their life and energy dry until they have nothing left to give. That's part of it too, isn't it? Who would ever pick someone like you? Someone who can barely hold a relationship. Someone who can barely hold a job. Someone who can barely support themselves. Someone who can barely walk around the block. You're the definition of dead weight. You're gonna be such a miserable leech, the least you can do is strangle your personality out of yourself. You completely exist as a doll for entertainment and pleasure, but you can't even do that, can you? You just have to be selfish. You just have to do what you want in the end, don't you? You're disgusting. I can't do anything. You're coping. Oh my goodness. This is so bad, so dark. Your coping mechanisms are as shitty as you are. At any inconvenience, you either smoke weed, drink, or cut yourself. Oh my gosh. Is she, hold on, is her body getting worse? I don't remember, like, her face, kind of looking like this, and then her arm, I don't know. Unbelievably shameful. Of course, you know you have a dependence on these things, but the truth is, you could care less. The alternative, spiraling into your own thoughts to the point where you can't even decipher where you end and the world ends. Feeling so suffocatingly terrified at every moment, like your shitty survival instincts forgot you are constantly being chased by a hungry lion. Excuse me. Constantly looping your own hypothetical suicide in your head. The only relief you experience from the cruelty of being alive is in splitting your own skin or peeling yourself away from the life of substance. You've tried. Tried. Nothing else works, huh? You're so beyond gone that nothing else can help you. Nothing else stops the buzzing. Nothing else stops the static. Nothing else stops your mind. Nothing else stops the stabbing in your chest. Nothing else gives you any sense of peace. You know this isn't sustainable, but the truth is, you can't bring yourself to care. Not when every single day you are fighting your own brain to stay alive. I need to go to my room. Oh boy. Fuck. Yeah. God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know what else to do. I'm doing everything I can. I take my meds. I take care of my hygiene. My room is relatively clean. Go to therapy. I see my psychiatrist. I try all the skills. So, why? Why can't other people be happy? Why can't they live fulfilling lives? I'm tired. I don't know why I put myself through this. If I was dead, I would really do. So why do I keep doing this? Why am I putting myself through so much torment for? Ugh. No, I can't let myself think like that. I need to talk to someone, but I'm alone. I'm so alone. Every single day is something new with me. Why can't I just be happy? Why can't I just be normal? I can't keep spiraling like this. Your gaze drifts over to the computer. No, I won't waste my life searching for validation on the internet for strangers. I'm going to think about how many chores there are left. Laundry, the trash, the dishes, the groceries. You feel your stomach doing backflips. One at a time, as long as I take it one at a time. Battery refuses to move. Why are you in the most basic thing so hard? No, I can do this. How about instead of doing everything today, maybe I'll do the dishes today. I can do them tomorrow. There you go. One step at a time. There you go. And maybe I'll ask my roommate to go grocery shopping with me. There you go. Yeah. That sounds manageable. I can do it. Peaceful music? It's the sink. I can do this. Turn on the sink, grab a sponge from the drawer, and get to scrubbing. You continue scrubbing. You know, this isn't bad at all. Yeah. Every time you touch a particularly slimy piece of food, you recoil and gag. But despite that, you push through. You dread the hundreds of times you have to wash the dishes once again. But in this moment, you have at least proven to yourself that it's possible. Even with that unbelievably shitty day you're having. I'm done. I did it, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Remember how much left there is to do? Feel your body turn to lead once again. All you did was wash the dishes, but you could have sworn you ran a marathon. Jeez, why am I already so tired? You look at your phone, it's only been about 2 hours since you woke up. I don't have the energy to do anything else. But, at least I did something. Maybe. I'll write a bit just for myself. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Honestly, probably a good thing to do. You've been working on a story lately, one that you've been using as a form of catharsis? A young boy who witnesses the death of his mother and learns how to cope with not only the loss, but the drastic changes to himself and his life. Though it has been challenging you a bit, you feel suddenly inspired to work on it. Though you know you have so much work left to do, both on yourself and the world around you, you take some solace in the fact that you can take things one step at a time. Truth is, you can never predict how each day will go. Things will happen, and you will have no control over them. The only thing you can control is yourself. Doesn't mean you have to start waking up at 5 a.m. to complete your 25-step morning routine before beginning your job as CEO of your self-made business. But it does mean that you only have the power to change things. That only you. Yeah. Even if it's one small step at a time, even if you stumble backwards and feel like you're starting over, these things are never linear. Deep in your chest, there's still a pit where you feel your heart should be. And you can't help but remember that tomorrow, you'll face the rot deep within your body once again. Some days will be worse, some better. But in the end, the sun will set every night and will rise again every morning. Every day is a new opportunity. And that, though small, is something. And that's it for that game. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when the suicidal thoughts of this game, the dark themes of this game really began to show, it definitely reminded me, I forget what the game is. It's either editor me's actually gonna remember and he's gonna put it in for, like a picture of it, or the name of the game on screen, or at the end, I'm going to remember to at least put the game as like one of the, one of like the videos to watch for like at the end of this video. But regardless, so I remember that game because this is not the first time I've played a game where this is a game about like suicidal thoughts and very deep stuff. But it's been a bit as I have, and honestly, this was, in my opinion, definitely a good game. At the end of the day, you know, it's obviously about depression. That's why I tend to kind of judge, I feel like, a lot of times when it comes to like what people do in their lives in the games. But I try to hold back my judgment because everything I got from this just made it seem like maybe this person is battling some like suicidal thoughts, just depression and all this stuff. But the truth is, right, I've not really like been or had like depression much at all in my life. The truth is, like, when it comes to depression, like, obviously it can be very difficult to really do anything when you're in that state. But one of the biggest things that I'm pretty sure would help people is just talking to someone, right? Obviously that's gonna be easier said than done because like when you're in that state, you feel like you are a burden, so you end up isolating yourself. That's what people tend to do when they have depression. So yeah, like if you have depression, like talk to someone. I will say, do not put that in my comments. Do not, if you guys are dealing with stuff, do not write down your situation like that in the comments, or at least, I don't know. If you are sad, just talk to someone, man. Like at the end of the day, I've said this for a while. I do actually try to make these videos. Like, hopefully one day, someone who, you know, life's not doing great can like watch this as a way to kind of escape from reality for a little bit. Because sometimes that's what people need when they are in a very bad and like dark place. So hopefully, you know, I mean, one of the ways to get out from that place is to talk to people, right? Sometimes, you know, watching videos can help because, you know, it's a source of entertainment, but talking to people you know and trust, if you're able to, I should say, very much would help. But at the end of the day, I'm not licensed to talk about suicide or anything like that. Regardless, though, when it comes to the game, it was a nice game. I think it really did well exploring the mind of someone who is like depressed to where they are thinking about like suicide. And also, I'm glad that in this game they at least like the main character at least did the dishes. They did something, because at the end of the day, being able to do and complete something I feel like would help the minds of people who are that depressed. Is like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna go into it further because I don't want to be wrong, but I don't know, it felt nice that she was able to at least do the dishes. That's just me though. Regardless, so again, very good game, very touchy subject. But with that being said though, everyone, that's it for this video. Everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. Share, like, and subscribe, helps me out a ton. But also in the description of this video will be this game if you guys want to explore it for yourself. But with that being said, everyone, for the final time, thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone, have a great day, great night, whatever it is when you guys are watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.